Professor Abid Khan, who is one of the leaders of the da'wah work, says that Shaykh Abu Bakr al-Jazairi, who is a great muhaddith and a teacher of hadith in Medina Sharif, Masjid al-Nabawi al-Sharif, an author of many books, he says that one day Shaykh Abu Bakr al-Jazairi came to teach the hadith lesson, and over there the student reads the hadith in Masjid Nabawi Sharif, and then Shaykh delivers the lesson. So the student read the hadith, but Shaykh was crying. His state was ajib, amazing. He was just in a pitiful state. He just kept crying. So someone asked him, Shaykh, why are you crying? Why do you see this state of yours? And he said, why shouldn't I cry? When I saw Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in my dream last night, he says, I saw in my dream that I was over here in Masjid Nabawi Sharif, and there was a qabr, a grave over here. And I could see in the grave that the person in the grave is alive, he's tossing and turning. So I thought to myself, is there life in the grave as well? And a voice called out, yes, the Salihin are kept alive in their graves. And suddenly I saw that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's qabr opened up, and he was outside, and he was walking from his qabr, his rawdah, to Babu Salam. So I followed. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam went near Babu Salam outside, and there was a chair made from stone. He sat on that chair. I paid my respects. I said salams. I greeted Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He replied to my greetings. And then I said, Ya Rasulullah, please make dua for the ummah. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam lowered his head and kept it low. And then with a great sigh, he raised his head and he saw a young man passing by with un-Islamic clothing and with an un-Islamic behavior, jumping and screaming in this manner with ajib, amazing westernized clothes and un-Islamic clothing. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, should I make dua for such people who have no regard for their deen, no respect and no behavior? Should I make dua for such people? And then he said, you people have hurt me so much that I feel like leaving Medina Munawwara and going to Hindustan. So Shaykh Abu Bakr al-Jazairi says, I said that, Ya Rasulullah, if you leave Medina Munawwara, then what is going to happen to us? And I just started crying and shrieking. And in that state, I woke up. And I can't get that dream out of my mind. And he says, I thought to myself, what is the reason that Rasulullah said this? That I feel like leaving Medina and going to Hindustan. He said, then I realized that the people of Hindustan, which means India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, all that area is called Hindustan. The people of that area go out in the path of Allah, da'wah work, and they invite their youngsters, bring them to the masjid and make sure try their best to keep them on track and preserve and protect their deen. So because of the hard work and effort which they go through, running around with their sleeping bags and going to people, inviting them to the masjid, inviting them to deen, and they are working on the youngsters, whereas we Arabs are not working on our youngsters. Our young generation has gone out of our hands, out of our control. So he said maybe Rasulullah's indication is towards this. It's not that he wants to leave Medina and go to Hindustan. He's trying to say and put emphasis that you should work on your youngsters. You should bring them on the deen. You should do this da'wah work. You should invite them, bring them to the house of Allah. Create, generate some lessons and, educate the people so that they can come closer to the deen. This is the indication towards it. Towards which Rasulullah